Alright, so we have Montserrat Ruiz, or Conejo, versus Amanda Lemos. Alright, Lemos, she is 4 inches taller and she has a 4-inch reach advantage, so she is the much larger girl in there, for sure. For Lemos, she's, if I had to describe her for someone who's never seen her before, I would describe her as the female Davison Figueiredo. She stands very tall, she has fast hands, very powerful, she likes to switch stance frequently, likes to stay light on her feet, but when she commits to strikes and plants her feet, she has a lot of power behind her punches. At distance, she likes the 1-2, which she connected against Murata. Also, every time Murata would try to get close, or Murata would break the clinch up, she would just spam hooks in the pocket, left hook, right hook, and just spam those combinations. And she's got a lot of power behind those punches. At distance, she likes the body kick, the high kick when she's in southpaw, also the low calf kick if the opponent's in the same stance as her. For Conejo, she comes in as southpaw, she likes to get into the clinch basically, so she's looking to forward pressure, throw combinations, and then just work her way into the clinch. She'll throw a 1-2, 2-1, a blitz, 1-2, 2-1, you know, that's basically all she's throwing is the 1-2 or the 2-1. The striking is basically a means to an end for her. She wants to get into the clinch and work her takedowns from there. Her favourite takedown would have to be the head and arm throw, and she's got a tight lock on the head and arm throw. Now, when she goes for it, she only goes for it on the left-hand side of her opponent, so she's using her right arm to get it. So you just can't give her an overhook on that side, and you've pretty much nullified her game. But she is very sneaky with the technique and her pummeling game, and her grip on it is very tight, so it's hard for, you know, these fighters to get out of it. And Lemos, she can be, we've seen her being controlled on the fence for long periods of time. I think her fence clinch escapes need work, just so she can get out of the clinch and then, you know, work her game at distance, because that's where I think she shines and that's where she's at her best. But Lemos also has some nice trips in the clinch as well. Not too much of an offensive wrestler, but, you know, she does have him in her back pocket and she is quite competent in the clinch. But for Ruiz, when she does get you down, and she's generally holding that head and arm throw, you know, grip still, so she will go for a scarf hold arm lock or just a scarf hold from there, and yeah, that's basically her game, you know. But when she does get reversed, or if she gets put on her back, her guard is easily passed. Her bottom game doesn't seem very good, but no one's really made her pay too much for that tendency that she has. How these guys win fights, so for Ruiz, she's very strong in that head and arm position, and for Lemos, she's got a lot of power and she's very strong for the women's strawweight, you know, the weight class, the 115-pound weight class, and she's also very accurate with her strikes too. She lands strikes at 65% accuracy, which is it's got to be up there with one of the top all-time accuracies. And she's not like a ground and pound fighter either. She's, you know, on the feet looking to land shots. How these guys lose fights, so for Lemos, it's the grappling tendencies that we discussed before, and for Ruiz, it's the fact that she's quite one-dimensional. Path to victory, so for Ruiz, I think, basically just your usual game plan, the forward pressure, get into the clinch, and then press her against the fence, try and get some control there, but also look for that head and arm throw when she does give you the entry for that. For Lemos, look for uppercuts when she's reaching in close, because she's going to be predictably reaching for the clinch. Also, you know what punches she's going to throw, so just get the read on that, and then look for your uppercuts and your hooks from there. But also straight punches as well. The straight 2 is going to be on all day when she's rushing in, because yeah, she leaves herself quite open for that. Also, the inside leg kick at distance and the high kick in orthodox. You know, she's quite a short girl, so look for that high kick. It could have devastating effects, honestly. In the clinch, don't let her get that overhook on your left-hand side. And if she does get the entry for the head and arm throw, don't try and take her back when she does go for it. Just look to maintain your balance and stay on your feet. Same as Danielle Taylor did. Danielle Taylor didn't go for the back or a low risk or a low percentage, high risk back take when she was going for the head and arm throw, even though that is, you know, how you counter it a lot of the time. But she had a lot of success just trying to keep her balance and just trying to stay on the feet. And I think that's where you have a huge advantage. So look to do that. How I see the fight going. So I think this is straight up disgusting matchmaking by Sean Shelby. This is one of the biggest and strongest and most powerful fighters at 115 versus probably one of the smallest. Montserrat is 100% going to be looking to get the fight onto the mat, for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. But Lemos's takedown defenses look good. In her fight with Mizuki, it looked good, and her awareness of the takedown threat looked good in the Liviana Souza fight. She knew what Liviana was going to do, and she kept her distance, she kept at appropriate range, and she was quick to get the underhooks in every time Liviana would look to level change. So, yeah, I think that was a good look for Lemos there in that fight. We have seen Lemos get controlled in the clinch before, so I guess Montserrat does, or Conejo does have a path to victory there, but I believe it's a very small chance, and I believe it's a very, small chance of happening, honestly. Lemos is much bigger, she's much stronger, and her size alone will just assist her in this clinch battle. And at range, it's not even close. She's just going to batter Ruiz at distance, especially in the pocket. It's going to be really ugly if it stays on the feet, but I'm guessing Ruiz is going to try and get into the clinch every second of the fight. So, we'll see how Lemos's takedown defense holds up, but I think, it looks good on tape, and she does all the right things, so I believe she will be able to. And then I believe she'll be able to knock Conejo out on the feet in round 1. Alright, let's have a look at the betting lines. Alrighty, so if you guys could like the video, that'd be amazing. Really help out a lot. Helps out the YouTube search algorithm, the Google search algorithm. Just, got to help that algorithm out. But yeah, so I think Lemos does win by TKO in round 1. I think the line might be a little bit wide. I think she represents that money line, like on fight night, but I don't want to bet her at that price. Like, I was pretty comfortable with betting her at like $1.40 or minus 250 or whatever that is in the money line. But yeah, not at the moment. I was even pretty happy to parlay her $1.30, but not at this price. I'm not looking to parlay her at $1.20. Value's probably on Ruiz, but I'm not betting Ruiz. But I think she does roll here. I think she does win pretty easily. But I just don't want to bet her at that price.